Hey everybody, welcome to Average Guy Opinions. I'm your average guy, John Corelli. Got a little more energy than I had this morning when I was coming off my fast. I made it about 36 hours and then I had to eat, but I've been mellow with the eating, and hopefully, like my plan was, it'll help curb my some of my bad habits. Hopefully, I'll start developing some good habits, and maybe drop a little more weight. I'd love to be under 200, maybe even 195 by my birthday, which is still more than a month away. So just see what I can do. And usually when I work, which starts up tomorrow, we get kids tomorrow at school, I tend to do better. Um, I don't know if you can hear that. I also wanted to show you that. So it's really loud here. It's mid-August. It's like I call it nature's shift change. We got the cicadas are going. The crickets are super loud. And once in a while, let's see if he'll start it up for me again. You'll hear a weird clicking. I'll let you know when it comes. I hope you can hear that. It almost sounds like a Geiger counter. That's a katydid. There he goes again. Or she. I don't know which makes the noise. Maybe they both do. The katydids are the really cool ones that look like a leaf. And I love them. So we got three wonderful insects making hella noise here in the suburbs. So it's a beautiful thing. And I'm making even more noise than them because that's what I do. So what I want to talk about, I want to talk about a couple things. First of all, I had to go to my father's yet again today, and yet again I was disappointed. Although I'm calling it a victory, to me the season is over, and we didn't make the playoffs. I had a lot of victories at the beginning. You guys probably remember like a month ago I was really psyched. I was like, man, I got another carload out. But then mid-season we just went into a slump. We were like 5-1. I'm going to equate it to a football season. You'll see where I'm going in a second. But we were like 5-1, and then we lost like 8 straight. We ended up we were like 5-9, and then we won the last two. The last 2 days, I've gotten a full carload out of my dad's house to feel good about ourselves. But we're going to get a decent draft pick, and we're not making the playoffs. We're 7-9. So, it'll be interesting to see what we do in the off season. I got 2 more weekends to get my dad out. My stepmother wants him out by next weekend. He isn't even officially in the place. Apparently, he's having some problems with his state paperwork to get into his assisted living facility, so that's not good. And just hopefully he'll have a place to live at the end of the week. My plan is to bring him there, bring his stuff there, and then go back with a U-Haul and get it all out and get it here and go through it. Okay, not very exciting, but it is. I think it was a fitting way to end the season today with a victory that was meaningless. That's just the way it feels. And it also felt rather appropriate that my mom always brings me down the Sunday paper. She's so sweet when they get it. Sometimes they get it, sometimes they don't. But today she got it, and she gives it to me. And this is the perfect headline for me in my regards with my love-hate, whatever you want to call it, relationship with the Denver Broncos. I've had this relationship for nearly 50 years, about 45, 46, 47 years since I was a little kid. I officially, I think, became a fan around my birthday in 1975. I think it was November, actually, but it was November 1975's first Bronco game I ever went to. Watched them lose to the Raiders. I know I've talked about that recently. And I've pretty much been a fan ever since. And for the last 10 to 20 years, I've been saying how I'm not going to do football anymore. So full of shit is what I am. It's an addiction. I love hockey. I love football. Luckily, I don't love too many other sports. I try not to watch them too much. I'm still pretty good with not watching them too much. Like the only time I watched the Islanders this year was when they went to the playoffs, and they got deep into the playoffs and almost got to the Stanley Cup Finals again, like they did last year. And I probably watched, out of the, I think, 18 games they played, I watched probably 3 or 4. I think maybe more than that, but not more than 5 or 6. I don't want to be that guy, right? Especially once I became a parent. I was like, no, I'm not going to waste time. I'm going to spend time with my kids generally. Once in a while I'll watch a game, but like when I was dating my ex-wife Dylan, when we got together, I would sometimes watch like 9 hours of football on a Sunday, and after a while it's like, why am I wasting this much time? Okay, it was almost like a crack addict, it is. I think TV is kind of a drug. Karl Marx called religion the opiate of the masses. And then for those of you, I don't know if how many of you are fans, but people my age, probably the best comic strip ever written was Calvin and Hobbes, in my opinion. I think a lot of people share this opinion. And I remember one of them, It was, it was a big Sunday comic, but it was about Calvin staring at the TV, eating his, I believe they were called chocolate frosted sugar bombs. It was a cereal, and he's just staring at the TV, and it's always about his mom and dad. Come on, let's go do some stuff, just like us kids that were raised in the 70s and 80s understand that. Like, no, it's 11 o'clock. Cartoons are over. American Bandstand or Soul Train is coming on. You gotta get the hell out of here. Go to the park and get some sunshine. That's what my mom always said. But sorry, I got a little off track there. But so the opening block of this Calvin and Hobbes comic, it shows a TV with a thinking bubble, and he's saying Karl Marx didn't know anything, or something like that, or Karl Marx had no idea. So yeah, the new opiate of the masses, really TV or entertainment by far, right? So, and for me, it has always been football and sports in general, but I've weaned off the other sports. Don't care about basketball anymore. Really never cared much about baseball, and now I'm down to football and hockey. And I've mentioned this before. I think I mentioned this early in the year, and I thought I talked a bunch of bullshit when I said if Tom Brady wins this Super Bowl that I would have nothing to do with football anymore. I probably will, and like I said, here's why. I called it. I think. Well, we still have 3 preseason games to go. Drew Lock's the man, and I said this. I said, don't give up on this guy. He's only been in the league 2 years. He's a riverboat gambler like Brett Favre, but he has Brett Favre type of skills, and now he has an amazing offense. I mean, anyone who's been following the Broncos the last couple of years knew that actually last year was a disappointment because they looked really, really good. And then Cortland Sutton gets hurt, and Drew Lock doesn't play very well, and they have some offensive line issues, they have some running back issues, and now this is a young stud team, and I honestly think they can go all the way. I'm not even exaggerating. I think they can unseed Kansas City and win the AFC West and compete for the Super Bowl. I truly believe that about this team. They're almost too young to understand that they shouldn't be as good as they are. The defense looks great. They won 33-6 yesterday in Minnesota. They just beat the crap out of them. I know it's a preseason game, but I really think this team's going to be good. Now, having said that, it's going to be hard for me to not watch them. I have gotten better, like I've said, over the years. Like in September, October, I hardly watch. It's like it's too nice out. But in the winter, when I have an excuse, I'll stay in and watch the game. And I kind of wanted to spin this into something funny because so I got like a Mafia feel, like, and I think this was a perfect headline, locked in, like the old Godfather saying, I was out and they got me back in. That's how it always feels with football. And I kind of felt the same way with my father today. It was just like, and so the football Mafia thing feels like it goes hand in hand. Like I said, the season's over. We're getting ready for next season. Next season, we are in assisted living. This season's over. We got to try to look forward to next season. We got to try to get our draft picks straightened out. We need a new strength and conditioning coach. We really have some issues that we got to take care of in the locker room, so to speak. So it's been crazy today. I got a carload of stuff, but we're so far behind that I'm luckily I've accepted it. But I think I still have a right to be not upset, but frustrated by it because he's still just clinging to stuff, and it's just frustrating. So. And today we wasted a lot of time. We were there about 4 hours, and I'm not going to push him too much. And I feel bad, honestly. I'm trying to show as much patience as I can. I've done pretty good the last couple weeks, but it's and I'm realizing that he's not doing well up here. It's not just physical anymore. The mental. He's forgetting stuff very quickly, like within a few minutes. So. That's pretty rough, and it's hard to watch your father go through that despite the horrible relationship we have. It's hard to watch your dad fall into the pit of dementia, and I'm just trying to give him as much joy or at least assistance as I can. Unfortunately, the problem with him is he loves misery. Logan put on some YouTube, and we have a YouTuber, and I think I've mentioned him before. His name's Danny Gonzalez, and he takes like movies and other forms of media and shows clips of those and then makes fun of it and does his own thing. A lot of YouTubers do that, content creators. And we were watching it. My dad's just sitting there staring at it, just looking bitter. He says, "This comedy? This is comedy?" And me and Logan are like, "Yeah, it's pretty funny actually if you give it a shot." And he just hated it, which isn't surprising. 75-year-old man hating YouTube content creator. Comedy is not a big surprise. I'm already at the end of my 10 minutes. That was my day. Sorry, it's more of a blog than an opinion, but I'll get back to you guys next time when I probably talk about the Proud Boys. So get ready for that. All right, see you guys next time. Much love. Bye.